Don't make this simple mistake when choosing your units. In this video, we're going to be covering which type of player you wish to be in Warpath. We're going to be looking at the basic turning points when upgrading your units. We're going to tell you how to effectively upgrade them so that you have a better option in the future. We're also going to try and encourage you to consider your type of officers. And finally, we're going to cover the research in which you should also consider when upgrading. So guys, if this video helps you in any way, shape or form, please think about hitting that subscribe button and maybe the like, and share it to any of the fellow people in your alliance. Let's jump straight into the video, guys. So just quickly before we start, guys, please let me know down in the comments what server you're from. It'd be nice to see the variety of people we have in here. So guys, let's quickly discuss about what type of unit you want to have, whether you want to be a field guy or whether you want to be a base to base. Now the two difference really is, do you want to be someone who has fast units like helicopters, light tanks, medium tanks that can go around being field units? You can send them to rallies, and you can even command your own rallies and send them out to be nice and fast and have those field battles. Or do you want to be someone who is more close base to base warfare, where you're going to have your sort of howitzers, you're going to be able to siege other people's bases and attack them in a more close and personal manner? Deciding what you want here can really fundamentally change how you upgrade and progress throughout your unit building. So with us jumping into the manual here, we can see what type of units we have. And there's three different camps. You have the Marties, you have Liberty, and you have Vanguard. So guys, if you're going to want to be a field fighter, you're going to use either medium tank, heavy tanks, tank hunters, and infantry. Or you could also use the light tank, which is specifically available for the Liberty section. For the Marty section, you kind of have a hybrid here. It's called the rocket launcher. Again, it's only available for Marty, and this is a very fast unit, but it is also a variation of artillery, and therefore can still be used when sieging bases. So now that we've discussed what type of unit you want, let's talk about how to upgrade them and assemble your units correctly. So as I mentioned before, we do have three different variations of camps within Warpath, that being the Vanguard, the Marty, and the Liberty. Now when upgrading and assembling your units, guys, you can only assemble from within one camp. So if I want to say upgrade an ATG, it can only be upgraded with other units within the camp Vanguard. If I want to upgrade anything else, I need to select that specific unit. So again, within Marty, if I want to have a Marty howitzer, I also need to use other Marty units to be able to upgrade it. And then same with over on Liberty. If I want a Liberty Howie, I need to use the Liberty units to upgrade it. So the same with anything in life, guys. A lot of people, whenever they get something or the option to get something new, they kind of want to upgrade straight away, and they don't kind of want to wait for it. You know, everyone wants to get it as soon as they can. But what I'm going to advise you guys is, do not upgrade everything as quick as possible. There is a more efficient way to do it. So the very lowest amount of unit you can get is called a 4-star unit. Once you have 3 4-star units, it turns itself into a 4.5 star, and then 4.5 stars will go into a 5, and then 5s will go into 5.5, and so on. But what we're going to want to be doing, guys, is save a hold of your 4.5 stars and wait until you have something to upgrade. So for example, over here, I've held on to my 4.5 stars because what I'm going to do is, once I have a 5-star available, I can then simply quickly make, using the different variations, into the unit I need. So as you can see here, I've just made a 5-star unit so that I can now make the 5.5 star. Same with over here, I can also get myself a heavy here. So what I want to do is find my heavy, and now I can create a 5.5 star heavy using different units. Again, I don't want to just use up all of my tokens, because when I do have a 5-star available, I won't have anything to instantly turn it into. So what we're going to do, guys, is right now, I don't really have much to show you on upgrading. So we are going to quickly head over to my old account, where I have a variety of different units available and ready to go. And therefore, I can better explain the next stage for you. So here we are now on my alt account. And as you can see, I have a variety of different units. And the reason I wanted to jump on this account is to show you the different star levels. Now, when upgrading your unit, once you have your 5.5 stars available, let's just say here I want to make an ATG. I can then use any of the combination I want to make a gold star, which is going to be a 6-star. Now, I need 2 of the same units at a 6-star to make a 6.1. So let's quickly here, I'm going to make myself an ATG, but I need the second ATG to make another one. So if I quickly assemble this here, right, we now have a 6-star ATG, and I now want to make another 6-star ATG. I needed to make sure I had 2 available, because although when you're at the half-star, you can use any unit, once you get to that stage here, to make this 6.1 star, you need to be able to have 2 of the same unit. So now I've got 2 of the same unit, I've now made a 6.1 star. And as you can see here, the 6.1 star is available. Once you have 3, you can use any 3. It's not going to work right now because these are currently set as my units. So it's not going to be the best example, but I can now make a 7-star unit. But the thing is, I can make a 7-star unit of anyone. So if, let's just say I want a 7-star bomber, I would click the bomber first, and then I can now use, again, this one is currently set as the army, so it won't let me. I'd have to remove it from my army first. I can make a 7-star bomber, or it's whatever one you click on first. So as you can see here, I can either make a 7-star bomber, or I can make a 7-star ATG. Moving over to here, which is going to be the better example to show you, I currently have a 7.1 star tank hunter, I have a 7.1 star light tank, and I have currently 1 7-star. So once I get another infantry, so as you can see here, I'm very close to getting another infantry. So I need 3 of these 5.5 stars. So what I'm going to do here, I'm making one more 5.5 star just to show you guys in this video. So right now, if I create this here, it's going to turn it into a 6-star infantry. But if I was to click on the Howie first, it would make a 6-star howitzer. But of course, I already have a 6-star infantry, so I want to make another 6-star infantry so that I can then turn that unit into a 6.1 star. Now, this is the whole progress of upgrading. So as you can see, I now have the option to either make a 7-star tank hunter, or a 7-star medium, or a 7-star infantry. This is one of those turning points that I was talking about. So you need to think about what you already have and where you want to go. Now, as you can see here, I've already got a 7.1 star. Bearing in mind, guys, once you have a 7-star, so as I said, I can get any of these to be a 7-star. But to then get a 7.1, you need to have 3 of the exact same unit. So I will need 3 mediums to make a medium 7.1. Once you get 3 7.1s, that's the following point within your army setup. Once I have a 7.1 unit, that's the next turning point within your unit setup. One thing I can definitely advise for you to do, so let's just say you 100% you know what you want to get an L. That is perfect. Still go and get that L. But what I would advise you to do, instead of getting 3 7.1 Ls to turn into a 7.2 L, I would 100% advise you to maybe try and get 3 different 7.1s. Now, what this will enable you to do is, if you by any chance further on down the line decide you do not want to have the L anymore, you actually have 2 other units within that camp that you've already got to 7.1, and you can use the reverse system to be able to unlock. So as you can see here, guys, for the video, I'm going to be showing you that I now want to make my 2nd medium tank. So this medium tank right here, guys, is now going to be my 2nd medium, and all I need to do is get 1 more medium, and I can make a 7.1 medium. And at that point, I will be at my final turning point within my army setup, where I can create a light tank, or I could create a tank hunter to become a 7.2. I hope I've explained this very well for you guys, but these are definite turning points within your game that you need to think about and how you want to set up your military. So guys, the reason everything's on fire, I just literally got attacked as I was middle crawled in. As we were saying, guys, one thing I do 100% want to advise you on is, with the regards to the 7.1, please try and make as many 7.1s as you can. As you see here, this is my old account. I don't have many 7.1s available. Let's just say I want to change to an infantry in the future. I don't have that option because I don't have any infantry at 7.1. So to get a 7.2 infantry will just take a very, very long time. Let's quickly jump back to my main account. So guys, now we're back on my main account here. As you can see, I stated about the 7.1 star units. I've managed to get everything except infantry here on the Vanguard. But over on my Marty, I've got everything but the medium. And then finally on my Liberty, I've got everything. So at some point, I've always had a 7.1 available for all unit types within the game. The final 2 things I want to talk about are kind of linked together, guys. But whenever making your units, there's something else you need to keep in mind. The first being your officers. Now, each officer will have its own unique, whether it's going to be designed for an artillery, or whether it's designed for your tanks, or whether it's designed for your infantry. Now, these officers you are going to need to awoken. Of course, you can check out my other video where I show you exactly how to get officers as fast as possible within the game. You can either check the card up the top or just check my other most recent video posted. And the second thing you need to be thinking about when upgrading your units is also, if you do want to be a field or a siege person, are you going to be wanting to upgrade your tank research, or are you going to be wanting to upgrade your artillery research? Because if, for example, you want to be a field unit and then you start upgrading your artillery, you're going to end up falling behind. And then vice versa, if you're going to want to be a base-to-base person, sure, it would be nice to upgrade some of your tank unit for when you're tanking a base, but if you're not dealing the right output with your artillery, you're also going to be struggling. So guys, I hope this video helped you a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know down in the comments if there's anything you're still stuck on. I'm more than happy to help you out. As always, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video.